Okay, another question if you guys have?
Okay, that'd be the shoebox.
Okay, most importantly, we are together and we're located all over the world. But we are just being together in love and simplicity. A little smile always helps to keep us connected, quote unquote, consciously connected. Any thought comes in, you can chuckle. While I'm going to be answering. So let's do this as the most important thing while I'm attempting to answer the question from the shoebox. So shoebox person,
Shoebox,
go
it
for
is.
it.
Okay, let me find my shoebox. Okay. I recently got divorced. My financial situation has drastically changed. One of my sons got married, and I don't approve of his partner. So everything is changing around me. I am very much aware of the fact that all there is change, and nothing stands still. So I'm trying to accept change by meditating, clearing karma, by volunteering at the local food bank, and helping at the animal shelter. I'm praying for forgiveness, trying to be more forgiving myself, etc. However, I do not feel I am making much progress in accepting change, except that there is some relief after meditation, but it doesn't last very long. How can I accept all these changes and remain sane? Signed, Almost Insane.
Very good.
It sounds like what do you call those songs?
Yeah, almost insane. Well, dear, almost insane.
And she'll get this on the YouTube channel.
You are the only one who facing these kind of challenges. I really don't mean to take it lightly. I'm just saying that many of us, maybe even in this group, are facing challenges, changes that seem to be so stressful and seem to be so hopeless. So she's doing meditation and what else?
Clearing
karma, stuff like that.
Practicing forgiveness.
Okay. Ooh. In my teachings, as you guys know, I don't like the word. I don't advocate or talk about or address very much karma. I'm not too much I'm not against meditation, but I don't really recommend it. I'm forgiveness and prayer is all wonderful. So some of those assumptions I don't really prescribe to. However, the answer, it will depend on how much constraints are in your mind currently, or how much constraints can we bypass at this moment to listen to the answer. So let's say you're the kind of, judging from the email, you're flexible and you're into spirituality and meditation and things like that. So you're not, you're trying to limit the constraints in your life. The constraint simply means that if you let the little monkey loose in our head, it'll tell me every moment what the constraints are. and what the collective constraints are, and what I will be approved of for, and what's not a good thing to do, to not to be approved of. So we really, when we have too much constraints, we corner ourselves into this reality, which is really, really terrible. And looking for a solution within those constraints, within those limits. And if I'm assuming that you want to stay within those limits, then I would say that when you do your meditation, and I don't know what kind of meditation you might do, most people do closed eyes meditation, feeling the body, visualizing stuff like that. So whatever meditation you do, keep at it. Just occasionally open your eyes, smile, and feel your hand for 20 seconds. And then you can go back to your meditation. And then once in a while, take 20 seconds, open your eyes, feel your hand, listen to the sounds around you with open eyes. And that might make your meditation a bit better. When you think about, when you have thoughts about your son, I think, right? Your son, you don't approve of his relationship, whatever, right? Whatever you think about, again, we're talking solutions within those constraints. Again, you could force yourself to smile, even though I don't like that. Just force yourself to smile with open eyes, and feel, and take some of your attention and put it in your hand. Take 10 seconds and continue a conversation. Or if another bad thought comes in, again, try to smile at it, feel your hand, and then continue conversation. So within those constraints, whatever action you do, whether it's you're forgiving, whether it's you're cleaning out chakras, whether or not you're meditating, if you want to keep at that, that's fine, but take a break once in a while. With open eyes, feel your hand, breathe, smile. You don't have to do anything. And then continue along with what you were doing. It should greatly improve all the activity, all of the above activities that you mentioned. Now, that was an answer assuming that you want to stay within the limits of your beliefs and within the limits of your studies. If you're open to removing more constraints from your life, then the answer is shifts a bit. Then the answer shifts somewhat into what we call bypassing. Bypassing is just a word. Just imagine bypassing as a truck and a bicycle going down the highway, and you must pass both of them. The truck represents a whole bunch of problems, and the bicycle represents not so much. And the passing of those two vehicles are equal. It won't cost more to bypass the Mack truck or a truck than a bicycle. So just imagine bypassing as that you're bypassing problems. So obviously you have not listened to many of my interviews or what have you, but it simply means that instead of focusing at these problems and the solutions, we're simply taking some of our attention and focusing it towards the body. And that's amazing. It's so simple that whatever problem you have, you take the attention and you focus towards the body, even for a little while. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be intense. Just You don't need to close your eyes. Just once in a while, here's the problem. Here is my focus. And once you feel a little bit of that peace that I'm talking about within you, you will know that that is the direction to go towards for a solution that is not within the previous constraints. That peace will lead you to open up and bypass the limits that you think that you do have. I know it sounds too simple, and I'm sure if we had a lot of time, I could give you a whole bunch of impressive explanations, including quantum physics and triangle to tetrahedron and Buckminster Fuller in and out and stuff like that. But it's all BS, really. The explanations were designed so that the monkey mind, which is located on this level, that doesn't have so much power. We try to remove some of its power, but really, understanding is not that necessary. So just whenever a problem shows up like this, you call them change, right? Change, yeah. So whenever, yes, change is inevitable and there is only change. And the only place that is not changing is this feeling within you, and we can go there by bypassing. So yes, on this level there is only change. That's true. And there is a place that does not change. We get there by bypassing. The bypassing is just allocating attention towards the body. And even if you get just 5 seconds of this peace, that's not changing. And we can hang on to it actually and keep it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You don't need to qualify for it. You don't need to meditate 20 years to get it. Once you get a taste of it, you will know that you just opened up all these limitations and constraints, and therefore the solutions will come into your life that you have not imagined as possible. Mm. So those are the answers, depending on where your personal limits are at this moment. And by saying personal limits, I don't mean any insult. Constraints, limits are normal in this life. To operate life, we have this. We can open ourselves up to a power that's unlimited, peaceful, and does not change. So hopefully that's a good enough explanation. I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. And she signed it as insane, almost insane, yeah. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, and let us know your subsequent email if you would like, whether or not this simple exercise has helped you or not. Oh. And so it's hopefully the almost insane will go in degree, like sort of insane. Bypassed insane. Uninsane.
I just wanted to mention one thing. There is, I'm not sure if any of you or anyone who's watching this is familiar with a concept. There's actually a book about it called Spiritual Bypassing. I don't know much about it, but if you are aware of it, this is not what Gabor is talking about. I just want to make that very clear. So it's probably not this group, probably
not in this group,
but I know it's out there.
Yeah.
And, so
I think I talked to someone who said that what he thought that spiritual bypassing was something like not actually practicing, but always talk about it. something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but it's definitely not the same as the word that we use for bypassing. So, in the meantime, let's not forget the simplicity. The amazing simplicity that is there underneath the surface, always. And when we are together like this, and smile at this simplicity, smile at your hand, somehow the available love like increases exponentially, even though we're all over the world. It seems so much easier to do it together. So the mind, contrast mind, on this level would normally say, boring, boring, boring. But that's not the case, I can see. If you're not bored, you're already there. That's how we know we're there. It's one way of knowing that we're there.